also read that you had 3 records on Billboard.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? What were those records? I don't remember the names exactly.
Call Me For That Good, Slumber Party, and Color.
Color. Okay. And what numbers were those at?
I'm not sure. You have to check the books.
Oh wow, that's crazy as an independent artist. So I wanted to know like because I've heard you sing and then I've heard you rap. You know, the first time I heard you was on the Beat King Crush song. I'm gonna be honest, that was the first time I heard you, and then I went back and did all the research, and then I love the new song with Zero, which I want to talk about in a sec. But I want to know, how would you define your style, your swag in the industry, in this culture?
I'm just like a Texas Southern hummingbird myself. Like, I feel like I can be the female Pimp C, or I can be the female Drake in the way that I talk, the way that I speak, the way that my music is. Like, I'm a Gemini. Like, I have like 7 sides. Like,
okay,
I'm bitchy, I'm classy, I'm I'm fucking goofy at times. I can be litty at times. I can be trippy at times. You know, I can be a queen at times, and I can be a bitch at times. So I mean, at the end of the day, like, it just depends on what type of mood I'm in to get that side of Brittany that you want.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I hope we get the good side. I hope we get the nice side. But so your style. But what I'm asking is. You rap, you sing. Well, you said Pimp C and Drake, and I honestly, when I heard that, that's what I kind of hear from your music is Pimp C. I hear a little bit of Pimp C with the melodies that you use, and then I hear a lot of that really professional singing. Like you have a professional singing voice. Now, did you take professional lessons and you know, get the vocal training and all that?
When I was younger, my godmother put me through professional lessons, and I have taken professional lessons. Yeah, I do. But a lot of times I really just practice to myself. My manager and I, we go over songs, and, you know, he helps me out, and my sister helps me out, and, you know, and these ain't any professionals. These just people know, like, you know when something sound good, you know when something sound bad. So, you know, just the people that's around me, it's really the people that helps me out. And, like, the last person who I was working with, he helped me out tremendously because he knows how to sing. And like I said, he sold me his CD. So he really taught me a lot on how to record songs and, you know, melodies and notes and harmonies and things like that. So that's how I learned.
I was reading so much about your history. I read about the whole Rihanna thing.
Mm-hmm.
What can you just tell us that story and what the end solution was? Was there any
basically
lawsuit, paperwork,
I made
anything like that?
a song called Bitch Better Have My Money, and Rihanna made it. Whoever wrote it for her, whoever, you know, reenacted, I don't think she really had a part in, you know, the song. I don't really think that she would out and try to take a song. But at the end of the day, when a person is so big, people don't really worry about the little people. They think you're just trying to bitch to try to get on, to try to say, oh, you just want to be. No, it don't be none of that. But if you're not an artist, then you don't understand what artists go through being independent and really trying to get where you want to go. You don't understand that. You think like, oh, you just nagging, you just magging. No, you know, mad. Just like the same energy and, you know, hustle that the people that you look up to put in, bitch, I'm putting in the same work.
But you're putting up your own money.
And I'm putting up my own money, and I'm doing it for my own self.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm not going to knock nobody hustle, but just don't take from me. Yeah. You know, but I mean, I ain't the type of person that's going, oh, let me do a lawsuit, let me do that. Yeah, people tried to come to me and say, oh, Brittany, you could do a lawsuit. You should sue her. You should do this. You should do that. You should try to get some money. But that wasn't my calling and my way into the industry to try to sue her over a song. Yeah. No. When it's going to be my time, it's going to be my time, and it's going to come in a good light and not something like over somebody stealing my song. Yeah, niggas getting checks off of people stealing their songs, like the whole Marvin Gaye, you know, that type of stuff and all of that. Yeah, that's business. But at the end of the day, I'm not doing that.
I like that. Do you do ghostwriting for a lot of artists?
No. I write for my own self. I don't got time to write for nobody else.
Oh wow, you look like you don't like to do, like, you don't want to do that at all.
At all.
Okay, so let's talk. I want to talk about Momma Should've Told Me. Mm-hmm. I really like that record. I told you off camera that we were listening to that in the car.
Yeah.
I want to know that song feels like there's a real story behind that record. When you said something like, "Never call a stripper your best friend." Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
And then you told a little story. Is there a true story behind that song, and would you mind sharing that with us?
Everything I sing about is true.
Okay.
It's nothing that's fabricated.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, with how do I? Was there some actual event that took place and you wrote that song right after? And that's what I'm trying to ask. Like, was there like something that happened?
I mean, it is an event that took place, but I didn't write it right after. It's just that it keeps coming up in my mind, and I feel like it's a message that I need to get out to girls, because a lot of times we befriend people because it feel good at the moment, or we're vulnerable, or we feel like we're feeling lonely, so we need somebody, and we don't really look at the person for who they are. We looking at it as a feeling, and you overlook some of the things that people do because you're like, oh no, and you're giving them the benefit of the doubt, and you're making excuses up for them when really what they're doing is wrong. Okay. And it continues to happen, and a lot of times things continue to happen, and there's no way that you can stop it. So now, instead of you stopping it in the beginning, it's fucked up in the end, because now that person then turned their back on you, and you looking like, damn, I ain't even did shit to you. Yeah. Like, you the one did something to me. But it's cool though. Mama should have told me. Yeah. Like, don't trust a stripper, don't trust dancers, don't even trust bitches like that, because at the end of the day, women know women just like men know men, and it's just a figure of speech. Niggas know niggas. Like, you know that people are sneaky. So if they see you have something and they want it, they're gonna try to find any type of way to make it okay for them doing it and try to brush it off like it's nothing. Like, when you see road signs, it's just like if you on the freeway and you traveling and they say, oh, in a mile this is coming up, and they give you all these signs and you never pay attention to them. You on your phone, you texting, you ain't worried about what the street signs tell you, and then boom, you almost end up in the ditch. And this happened to me for real. Like, for real. So I'm just saying, when you see warning signs and people in different behaviors that you feel that you have to question in your mind, believe it.
Yeah, for sure. I want to ask about you said in the record, mistakes turn into lessons. I love that line, because I'm a real big believer in that all your mistakes should teach you something. So I wanted to know what would be the couple most important lessons you learned going through that time, where you wrote this song about.
Just not to trust people.
Just not to trust people in general.
Trust not to put so much into people. Okay. Don't share your weaknesses with nobody. Okay. Don't invest too much time, energy, patience into people, because at the end of the day, if a person is not putting in the same energy or even more to keep you, then it's like you working by yourself. Mm-hmm. It's like you on the phone talking to a person the whole time, you steady saying something, and they don't barely say nothing. Oh yeah, okay. Like, you not even putting in energy. I'm wasting all my breath. We've been on the phone for 20 minutes and you barely said 2 words. Like, come on now, nigga. Now you wasting my time. Bye, click. It's over with. That's how I gotta be.
If people don't realize, with independent, you're putting up all your own money, and that's what I was talking about with the stealing of the records. Like, you're putting up your own bread. Those labels are fronting that money that they. So now you put out that record, and there's this, and now someone steals it. You've lost all that money that you put into that. And I know that's not what you do it for. You do it for the passion of the record. But it's still, at the end of the day, business and money, and
it is business, because if you was to do the same thing to them, then now everybody coming at you like, oh, you did this, you copying off of this, oh, you trying to be like this person. But when you so big and you so high, you don't really see too far down from the sky. Like, it's just like if you on a plane, we got land down there, but can you see it under the clouds? No, because you're on top of the clouds. And a lot of times that's how it be with people. Like, you don't see that, you don't hear that small chatter, you don't see all of that, so it don't even faze you.
Hate her, but I fuck her like a lover. I was fighting, but we kiss under the cover. And baby, I don't never play around with you. As soon as we get together, you know what's going down. She say she love when I'm up in it. Them other niggas ain't with it. She like, what's your favorite position? I'm like, baby, every position. And I love when you wash the dishes. Not because you washing the dishes. It's because of little shorts you be wearing when you walk around in the kitchen, yeah.